The grasslands tremble under the weight of thunderous hooves as a herd of antelope bursts across the horizon, their flanks glinting in the sun like flowing bronze. Among the tall grasses, shadows shift with primal precision. Australopithecus hunters, each with 4 arms, their bodies adapted to a world where survival is an unending trial. 2 hands clutch sharpened stone flakes. The other 2 grip long branches hardened by fire, forming crude spears. They move as one crouched low, 4-limbed silhouettes rippling forward like predators sculpted by some forgotten god. In this alternate timeline, humanity's story is written not with 2 hands, but with 4, doubling their reach, their grip, their potential for power. The chase is not just for food. It is the test of existence. With 4 arms, their bodies flow in ways modern humans can scarcely imagine. One pair pulling reeds aside to clear sightlines, the other cocking spears to strike. When the lead hunter bursts from the grass, both spears fly at once, twin weapons hissing through the air, striking one antelope in the flank and another in the haunch. The herd scatters in panic, but the tribe does not falter. They fan out, each member wielding multiple tools simultaneously, some driving the herd, others closing the trap. The kill is swift, efficient, the result of evolution granting them double the advantage in speed, strength, and coordination. But the savanna is never silent for long. As blood spills into the soil, vultures circle above, and from the far tree line comes another sound, the growl of a lion, pride drawn to the smell of death. The tribe knows too well the danger of scavengers who claim what others have fought to earn. 4 armed silhouettes raise their weapon spears in one set of hands, stones in the other. A storm of dust and tension crackles in the air as amber eyes emerge from the grass, low bodies sliding closer, muscles coiled. The lions are patient, but hunger makes them reckless. The tribe forms a half-circle around the fallen antelope chests, rising 4 arms moving in unison, defiance made flesh. A standoff begins, predator against predator, both knowing that the slightest mistake will decide who feasts and who dies. The first lion lunges, a blur of teeth and sinew. A hunter leaps forward, one set of arms thrusting twin spears, the other flinging stones that crack against the beast's skull. Pain forces the lion back, but another surges from the side, slamming into a young hunter. 4 hands claw at the predator's mane, one pair forcing the jaws apart, while the other scrambles for a stone blade. Blood sprays not from death, but from survival's desperate bargain. The tribe roars, their cries cutting across the plain, and together they surge. Spears stab from multiple angles, stones rain down, and in a blur of chaos, the lions retreat, limping into the tall grass. The air stills. The tribe gathers, panting, sweat streaking their bodies, as the wounded are tended with leaves pressed to gashes, blood staunched by bark fiber. The antelope lies at their feet, a prize worth the risk. And yet victory is only one moment in the endless rhythm of survival. As the tribe carries their kill toward the river, clouds begin to gather on the horizon, dark, swirling, heavy with the promise of storm. The hunt may be won, but the savanna has no memory of mercy. This day is not over. The river waits ahead, wide and restless, its surface shifting under the push of gathering winds. The tribe moves in a solemn procession, carrying the carcass of the antelope across the savanna, each member balancing the weight with 4 steady arms. Their gait is tense, eyes scanning the horizon, aware that danger is never far in this untamed world. The clouds roll darker, a storm swelling with thunder's low growl. The scent of rain cuts through the air, sharp and metallic. They reach the riverbank where jagged stones jut from the earth like the bones of ancient giants. Here they must cross, for on the other side lies the sheltering forest and the caves that shield them from both predators and storms. But the river is swollen, its current wild with the early touch of flood. The tribe gathers their leader, stepping into the current. First, 4 arms stretched wide to steady against the pull of water. One hand clutches a reed pole, another a stone blade, while the other 2 grip rocks beneath the surface. His body strains, yet he presses forward, showing the way. One by one, others follow, using extra limbs to anchor themselves against the torrent. Some lift bundles of meat above the waterline, 2 hands bracing, while the other 2 strike against the pull of the stream. Yet even with 4 arms, nature is unforgiving. A youth slips the river, seizing him in its cold embrace, dragging him downstream. Panic flares, but an elder lunges, seizing him with one set of arms, while anchoring to the bank with the other, their bodies stretched to breaking point. For a heartbeat, it seems both will be lost. But then, the tribe surges together, forming a chain of grasping hands, and with a final heave, they drag the youth back to shore. Coughing, shivering, alive. Relief floods through the group, but there is no time to linger. The storm breaks. Rain lashes the savanna in sheets, turning dust into mud, the river into a roaring beast. Lightning splits the sky, fire striking a tree that erupts into flame on the far bank, its glow a furious beacon against the black clouds. The tribe presses forward, crossing under the fury of the storm bodies, glistening with rain, hair plastered to their faces. Each step is myth in motion, each heartbeat survival written into the marrow of their bones. At last, they reach the far shore, collapsing against the roots of the forest. Their kill is safe, but exhaustion weighs heavy. Then from the shadows of the trees, movement flickers another band rival hunters, with 4 arms and painted skin. Their faces streaked in ash and ochre. Spears bristle in every hand. The tribe stiffens, clutching their weapons close, eyes locked on the strangers. This is the second test, more dangerous than the storm survival. Not against nature, but against their own kind. The rivals approach silent, as predators, their weapons gleaming with stormlight. The air is thick with the threat of blood. Both tribes know the truth: there is not enough prey for all. The clash of kin may become the clash of extinction. The 2 bands stand in mirrored defiance, each warrior's 4 arms alive with tension, weapons raised, muscles trembling under the weight of choice. Thunder crashes above, as if the sky itself demands a verdict. A single misstep could unleash chaos, and for a breathless span of heartbeats, time holds its breath. Then the storm decides for them. A sudden branch ripped from the canopy by lightning crashes between the 2 tribes, shattering the standoff into raw instinct. Both groups scatter backward, the roar of fire surging as the fallen tree ignites. The forest itself becomes the battlefield not of spears and stones, but of survival against the storm's fury. Smoke billows, rain hisses on flames, and in that confusion, the rival tribe melts back into the shadows, their eyes lingering, but their chance lost. The band breathes again, their relief sharp and bitter, knowing conflict has only been delayed, not avoided. They turn inward, circling around their prize, the slain antelope, protecting what is theirs with shields of flesh and will. Now comes the highest trial. The caves lie still deeper in the forest, yet the path is treacherous with mud and swollen streams. Their leader gestures, and once more the tribe moves as 4-armed silhouettes carving a way through the chaos. At last they reach the cavern mouth, a dark wound in the rock, welcoming and foreboding all at once. Inside, echoes magnify each sound, yet here there is safety from the storm. Stones are arranged, sparks coaxed from flint, until a fire blooms its glow, illuminating walls that tell stories of past hunts and victories. The carcass is placed at the center, divided not by words, but by ritual. With 4 hands, each member breaks meat into portions, passing it in circles that weave bonds tighter than sinew. The wounded are tended leaves pressed to cuts, water carried in cupped palms and broad leaves. A child soaked and shivering is wrapped by 4 armed embraces until laughter breaks through tears, light returning after shadow. In this act, the tribe is reborn. What could have been loss becomes memory. What could have been death becomes legend. Their survival today is not merely endurance. It is myth carved into the marrow of existence, the kind of myth that will echo across generations. Outside, the storm passes, leaving only the hush of rain dripping from leaves. The forest exhales. The tribe sits close around the fire, faces painted with flickering light, their 4 arms resting weapons finally lowered. The antelope is shared, the fire crackles, and for the first time in days, the night feels gentle. In a world of endless conflict, they have found one moment of peace, and it is enough for now.